We speak of the global village, a village that is growing rapidly. By the middle of this century, it is estimated that the population of the planet will be nearly 9 billion, a 50% increase from today. Future growth will be concentrated in the developing countries, with Asia projected to experience the highest absolute population growth, accounting for an additional 60 million people per year. Not only is the world becoming more crowded, it is also consuming at an alarming rate. The challenges of increased population growth, the increased demand for land, materials, energy, and the pressure on the environment will be daunting. Perhaps the greatest challenge facing us will be the question of food security, especially for the more than 1 billion people affected by poverty and malnutrition in the developing world. In the next 50 years, we may have to double our food production. This is a challenge that could be met, say experts, if we apply the principles of sustainable development to farming.
I would define sustainable farming as farming which is able to balance two things. It's able to balance the needs of the consumers and also the needs of the farmers. Sustainable farming has to be able to take into account the needs of local communities.
Sustainable farming, especially for the millions of poor subsistence farmers, is by anyone's standards a complex task. On the one hand, farmers must be able to generate sufficient income for themselves, their families, and their community, ensure and protect their ecosystem from degradation and contamination, while being forced by consumer demand to increase production annually. Many traditional production methods, which were once sufficient, are no longer adequate to meet the rising costs of living. The demands of globalization and its export-based economies has required farmers to produce not only for themselves, but for a growing world market. That is fine, as long as their priorities are clear.